Well, I'm black now, so the first thing I did was quit all my jobs. Probably have to start selling crack, or rapping about selling crack.
The Boondocks is full of characters that audiences are guaranteed to remember. Whether it's the cynical and socially conscious Huey, the impressionable and abrasive Riley, or the mild-mannered, non-confrontational Tom Dubois. But maybe the most outrageous character in the Boondocks, and the one you're most likely to remember, is Uncle Ruckus. Uncle Ruckus is a black man with an intense hatred for black people, and is a full-blown white supremacist, almost like the blind KKK member from The Chappelle Show, except not blind. Ruckus believes he's actually a white man suffering from a skin disorder named revitiligo, the opposite of what Michael Jackson had. And Ruckus was undeniably the most offensive character in the entire show. Ruckus is voice acted by Gary Anthony Williams, who you might recognize as Stevie's dad on Malcolm in the Middle. At one point, Uncle Ruckus almost starred in his own live-action movie. In 2013, Boondocks creator Aaron Mcgruder made a Kickstarter campaign to raise money for a live-action Uncle Ruckus film. Why a movie around Uncle Ruckus instead of the main characters? Well, Aaron Mcgruder said there's always been interest in a live-action Boondocks movie, which to me was out of the question considering Huey and Riley are essentially impossible to cast. An animated feature would cost around $20 million, but a live-action Uncle Ruckus movie would cost a fraction of that. Mcgruder simply casted Uncle Ruckus's voice actor Gary Anthony Williams as Uncle Ruckus, and with the costume, he actually looked exactly like Uncle Ruckus. Gary Anthony Williams and Aaron Mcgruder went on a media tour to build hype for the movie and promote the Kickstarter campaign, where Gary stayed in character as Uncle Ruckus the entire time. It was brilliant. They crashed the NAACP Awards, where Uncle Ruckus walked around talking to people fully in character.
You don't feel like the lady behind you about to reach into your pocket? All right. Hello, colored ladies. How y'all doing?
Oh, my God.
Nice to see y'all. That's a beautiful shiny dress. I can see my face in it. Yeah, you're welcome.
Hello, pretty white lady. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Let me ask you something. I've never had an opportunity to ask this.
Okay.
How does it feel being beautiful and white like you are?
What's your name? Mr. Townsend.
Yeah, you the Hollywood Shuffle nigga, ain't you? Oh, Lord. I got a bone to pick with. Hey!
Mcgruder, creator of the Boondocks, decided let's make a movie about Uncle Ruckus and tell some truth in this great country of ours. You can support it if you want to. Go to UncleRuckusMovie.com and they have a Kickstarter.
Yeah, that's great. You have to wonder how many people there have never seen the Boondocks and were just plain confused. The two also appeared on Snoop Dogg's YouTube channel, which is just 15 minutes straight of Uncle Ruckus comedy gold. These moments were really showing how brilliant Gary Anthony Williams is at playing the Uncle Ruckus character, without even having a script. The Kickstarter campaign had a goal of $200,000, and the pledge levels were all named after people Ruckus idolizes. If you donated $250, that was the Robert E. Lee level, and you could have won a script of the film signed by Gary and Mcgruder. $2,500 was the George W. Bush level, which would get you a set visit and tickets to the movie's premiere. And a $5,000 donation was the Bull Connor level, which would get your name in the credits. All this was happening in 2013, which was after the Boondocks had ended the first time, and there was no sign of a new season ever coming. But unfortunately, the Kickstarter never met the $200,000 goal. It only reached $129,000, which wasn't enough. At the time, people were more interested in a potential fourth season of the Boondocks than they were an Uncle Ruckus movie, so the movie never happened. A year later, a fourth season of the Boondocks did happen, but Aaron Mcgruder was not involved, and it was bad. Really bad. One can only imagine how the movie would have turned out if it was made. Some worried that a movie focused solely on Uncle Ruckus's character would be less funny and more offensive without the main characters from the Boondocks there to be a contrast. But I'm sure Aaron Mcgruder would have figured out how to make it work. But what do you think? Would you have been interested in seeing an Uncle Ruckus movie? Sound off in the comments, and be sure to like this video.
Subscribe to the Fictional Mosh Pit for more cartoon videos.